Hey, thanks for deciding to watch this. There's so much on the internet to watch, so I do appreciate that you chose to watch this. It's long. If you can't sit through it, that's fine. Someone's hammering and I have a sore throat. I'm gonna show, it's a compilation of videos I've made. That you should know that because you clicked on it. It's a compilation of videos that I've made over the course of a long time. I'm not good. I don't know dates, so I don't know how many. Some of this stuff is from I made in college. So this isn't stuff I'm proud of, and I have there is some stuff I'm proud of that is not in this compilation because I'm not allowed to show you some stuff. For legal reasons, I can't show good things. And some of the best stuff, you're not going to know it from watching this. But I want you to know that I am capable of making very good things. But they're not in this compilation because the law, there's certain legally I cannot it's a legal issue. It is something you can see. I'm not going to tell you where to see it, but you can find it. Not here, not on this website, but on other websites if you do some searching. I'm not going to say which search engine you should use, although that should be pretty obvious at this point. You can find other things I've done that isn't in this, but you won't know what's not in this until you watch it. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is thank you for picking this video. The contents of this video, I'll try to put I'll put dates before things. I'll try, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not good at dates. So that's the problem. But I want you to just, maybe I won't put dates on it. You'll just be able to tell. If something is in 4:3, it's old. Unless it looks new and the 4:3 aspect ratio is a obviously intentional choice. You'll know if it looks old and crappy, it's old. And if it looks like kind of nice and new, it's newer. But I take that back because a lot of the stuff I make looks bad on purpose. So even if you think something I made looks bad and isn't funny or good, just know that I did that on purpose. I know what I'm doing. It's not a mistake. I don't make mistakes. Everything in here is good, even if it's not. So sit back and enjoy it.
I want to go and give that duck a kiss. Would you save my seat?
You're in charge. 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 You're in charge.
So far, so good. Enjoying it. I know there's some real stinkers in there. I wanted it to be long. I wanted it to feel like it was something you saw that took a lot of your time. And that is not a statement on quality. I'm only referring to quantity. So I wanted there to be a large enough quantity that if someone sat through all of it, they'd say, "Damn, that took a long time to watch." And some of it is short. Some of those videos are short and they're easy to watch and kind of fun. And then some of them are long, and I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed about the quality of them. But anyways, sit back, get a snack. If you're having a craving to snack, I would suggest get a half cup of frozen orange juice and eat that like with a spoon. It's like sorbet. Okay, have fun. Enjoy the rest of the show. I hope you've been having a good time with those last couple of videos. Those were some fun ones. There's some more coming up, but I wanted to take a moment to read a bit of fan mail. This is just fan mail that I've gotten, and it's kind of like on the internet they call it an AMA. So little Stan writes in, Stan from Cleveland writes in and says, "Dear Alan, I'm a big fan of your work. I've been following you since I was a little kid, but now I'm all grown up, and I want to know what is an idea, and how do you get it, and how do you get rid of it?" Okay, so Stan from Cleveland, an idea is, it's hard to explain what an idea is because it's so strange. An idea is just this thing in your head, firing off of, I hope people aren't watching me do this, a firing off of just a variety of thoughts, that it's like, you know how a word is made up of a bunch of letters and a bunch of words are a sentence, and a sentence is a paragraph. It's a bunch of little mini, just like blip, 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 head blips, that when you put them together, it's an idea that's like, ooh, what if a mime was pretending to eat hair, and that's an idea. And so that was the first part of the question. Second part of the question is, how do you get rid of an idea? To get rid of an idea, you take what the idea was and you act it out. You don't have to film it, but I have filmed them, and I act them out. And as soon as I do that, the idea is gone. You got rid of it, and then I don't have the idea anymore, except for occasionally the idea will come back, and you have to do the same bit over and over and over again. So I a bunch of the ideas kept coming back, so I just kept doing it. So thanks for writing in. I'll be back in a little bit. I'll try to answer another question, and just sit back and watch the rest of these fucking videos. And you can pause it if you have to go to the bathroom. Enjoy. Guess what? It's me. I'm here, and I have come bearing gifts of many a bounty of gift. It's not a physical gift; it's just advice. But the main point of the advice is that cherish those you have while you have them, and forget them when they're gone. So many people have people they love, they kind of forget them while they're here, and then they die, and they remember them forever, and they can't stop thinking about them. They don't even, they just can't get them out of their heads. And my advice, and it seems like kind of common sense if you really think about it, is to cherish those you have. Hug them. If you have someone you care about, hug them. Hug them and even kiss them if your relationship is a kissing relationship. Many of my relationships are hug relationships, a couple of them are kissing relationships, and some are hand-holding relationships. But lately what I've been doing is I've been shaking everyone's hand, hugging those who let me, and kissing those who want to kiss. And then as soon as they're gone, as soon as they've died or passed on, they're gone. They're gone. I don't have to worry about that. That's kind of a weight lifted off my shoulder. And I can focus on things that are more important to me, like video games and movies and comics and stuff, and just food and snacks and life, you know, just life stuff. So anyways, I'm gonna go. I have someone who is waiting for me, and I told them I would be right back, but that was a really long time ago. So I need to check in on them because the car was hot.
Hey! Today we're going to be making a 3-tiered pot, and that's with clay. And this is a special kind of clay. This is gray 12 gauge granular clay, and the grains in granular clay, that's my little secret. So let's get started. Now this is just a warning before you get started. If you're handling clay that comes from a prison yard, you're gonna have to wash your hands before and after using it, because it's one of the easiest ways in the world to get Lynx disease, and that doesn't wash off. And check this out. This is our base, and if you've ever eaten cake or made cake, you know it comes on what? Cardboard. So we got a piece of cardboard down, and that's just gonna make the base, like the foundation. Now if you live in a house, there's a basement, and if you're making something out of clay, there's the cardboard. We're gonna start off with a couple just layers of clay. Check that out. See how smooth it is? And that's the grain from the 12 grains I was telling you about. I like to just have a cup of water on hand, and I wet my mallet. Now, this is fun. If you hate someone, if you have hate in your heart, then I suggest working with clay, because it's a good way to hit things with a hammer. That's our base, and I have a blue splat knife, and the blue splat knife will just smooth out any imperfections you have in your life, in your family, in your home. So that is layer number 1, and if you want a smooth edge, you can use a ring knife, and this is a loophole that just cuts off the edging. We're going to move over to the wheel. We're going to kind of build up a sort of a gland, and that's going to hold it together. So I'm just going to, again, flatten the top. We're just going to cut, and we're going to get a good piece to work work our wheel with, right? So I'm just gonna get this going, show you how this works. If you have sadness or evil in your heart, like I said, working with clay, it's the best medicine. It also cures Link's disease. So keep that in mind. I'll have information about that up on the web. Link's disease. You don't want to get it, but you do want to get rid of it with clay. So now we're going to move over to the wheel. The wheel is the oldest tool in the sculptor's hand book. And this wheel is just a regular wheel, and it spins. You can also use a discus player or a record player. Perfect. Baby, come on. Come on, baby, come on. Yes, yes! All right. And here we are again. What does that look like? A tornado, an upside-down tornado, or sort of a weather front, and you can imagine this big lump at the end. That's kind of a cumulus cloud. So what are we going to do? We're going to add more clay. Now this is sort of a piano wire or guitar string, and you can imagine a sort of more talented person than myself stringing it onto a wooden gourd and just playing Malagueña, which is a beautiful song that I actually do know how to play. So we're back at the wheel, and it's spinning. We just want to add to it. Here we go. Now this is looking really good. Keep adding clay, keep adding bulk. So again, what do? Cut clay, add bulk. Bulk to body, bulk to life. Whoa, jeez. All right. Now just a reminder to everyone, I can say shit 3 times. 2 times. I said it once when I was explaining what I could do. When you get into the zone, you're working at light speed, and you can just add clay. Hey, Sam, if you're watching, what does this remind you of? Remind you anything? Maybe people make mistakes, and they end up in a private prison that they don't want to be in for years, and they get Link's disease. And is the right thing to do to leave that person? Sam, if you're watching, this is for you, baby. This happens. So you're probably looking at this stack of clay and saying, you're never going to get through it. There's too much clay. Well, guess what? It's not too much. It's just right, because you know what I didn't say? We're going to make something amazing tonight. Work. We're going to keep working. We're not going to worry about that puddle. We're just going to keep our eye on the prize, and we're going to, there are a lot of cords on the ground, and I just don't want links. I'm touching clay now. I'm touching it, and I'm making peace in this life, because if I don't work with clay, I'm going to just hang myself with a noose. And I'm just going to go lay down in a stream and get minnow bites, and I'll inject links right into my heart. So now we have our skeleton, our structure made. We're going to move it back to our house, to our home, where it's going to live, and then we're going to add the rest of the... Okay, so here I have my slicing blade, and this is the kind of thing you kill someone in like a spy movie, but we're not in a spy movie, we're just playing with clay. Don't get links. Okay. So see, you go around the base and you cut. Oh, beautiful. Kind of lost it in there. Whoa, that is part of it now. One! One off the base. Yeah. Yes. And it's free. It's pretty easy, and it's actually lighter than it looks. And we're gonna just kind of get it right there on the base, and that is how it starts. So that's just step one. This is about a 9-step process. This is looking good, and it's this stage where we like to add in some more supports, because it's getting big, it's getting kind of out of hand. So what are we gonna do? We're just gonna add in another support. And that kind of secures the whole structure. Prime your supports. Prime them. Some people call it slick, and some people call it slap. I just call it water. I'm not gonna drink it though. Let's add color. Beautiful. Now that is just a touch of red paint, and that adds kind of your own flavor, your own kind of unique look to your piece. Sometimes when God closes a door, He opens a window. But sometimes He also closes that window. That's Lynx disease. We're just gonna clean up our piece, and we're just gonna add a few more accents. And I'm not talking about the racist kind. You make me whole. So now it's that time to add hair to our piece. And let's just dapple it on. And it's only gonna stick to the stickiest parts. I'm just playing around, and this is like jazz. Now I often get asked, where was I when I was arrested? And where did the crime take place, and who else was with me? And like I keep telling them, I was alone. I was alone. I acted alone, and it's my responsibility to deal with the consequences of my actions. Wait. The piece. Way to go. If you look at that, it's almost like she's back, and she's back in my life. I'm just having fun. Look what we did here today. Look at what we accomplished. I didn't do it alone. I had help. I had the help of years of a free body, free of Lynx disease, free of that X, and this is my expression of beauty. And it goes in your house, and you can put it on your on things that you love. And you can give it as gifts to people you love. Make art every day. Don't smoke. Wow. And to think that was just clay only a few moments ago. I want to thank you all for watching this show. I hope I've inspired you to get your hands a little wet and wild. And I guess I'll see you later. Clay nice, everybody. Clay night.
Little Stina from Oakland, California, writes in and says, "Dear Alan, you have some sort of amazing gift, like a Christmas gift. How did you get the gift? And can you give the gift to someone else? Thank you for writing in, Stina. How did I get the gift? I don't know if I even have a... I mean, that's so nice of you to say that I have a gift. I've gotten gifts. And if I have a gift, if I have one gift, I would say that my gift is probably an ability to make little videos. But what was the second part of the question? You asked, how can I? Oh, can I give the gift? I could. Someone is hammering right there. It's so annoying. I can't. I could teach someone how to make videos. Yes. So yes, I could give the gift, and I could give the second gift of the videos themselves, which are little mini gifts. They're not the original gift. And that's what this compilation is. It's a bunch of these mini gifts. So keep enjoying these videos, these little tiny gifts. And again, it's not my best work. And so you might watch this and think, this guy's a hack. This stuff's no good. And yeah, from this smattering of work, you would not be wrong in making that judgment. But like I've said, I've made some things that are better than this. I promise you that. They're just not in this collection. But anyways, keep watching the videos. I'll be back.
Hey, guess what? I just found out a really good way to not choke on food that you're eating if the pieces of the food are too big. I actually found a new way to not choke, because for years and years and years, I would choke every time I ate anything. And then I said, this has got to stop. This has gone on for too long. So I did some research on the internet. People said smaller chunks of food would go down easier, especially if you're drinking water. And I didn't believe it, but I tried it out, and it worked, but not well enough, because I did continue to choke on chunks of food. So anyways, my new method is I have a best friend, and I have enlisted. It costs money, but you can do this with anyone. It doesn't even need to be a restaurant. I've been using my best friend, and I've been having them help me not choke on the food, because they rub my neck, and they have been actually smushing up the food. I smush up the food. I give them the food. They check to make sure it's smushed up enough. If it's not, they do an extra smush, and then when I eat it, they rub my throat. And this works amazing. I haven't choked on anything in weeks. So anyways, if just let me know if you get this, and call me back. This is actually a voicemail, but I'm here. I'm also actually here. So you can either just talk to me now, let me in, or listen to the voicemail later and just ignore me now. Okay, anyways, I'll stop by later. Okay, I love you, bye.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. My name is Alan, and I'm currently standing in a large American parking garage. This garage was built in 1986 and contains over 10,000 tons of poured concrete. Weekdays are by far the busiest and most profitable times for this garage, often seeing a net profit of $100,000 an hour. This is my bedroom, and I can be found here sleeping most times, unless I'm sick like I am right now. In those rare cases, I can be found over here. This is where I like to go when I'm not feeling so well. This area of the garage is perfectly equipped for dealing with me when I'm sick. It has this and both of those things come in extremely handy when dealing with a medical situation.
However, if you are watching this video, it is because these facilities are not capable of dealing with my specific illness or medical emergency, and I require attention outside of the garage. If you can help me, or have the ability to take me to a proper hospital, please pick me up now.
My first girlfriend actually wrote this, and she was a sweetheart. And I love seeing that when I walk past it in the hall, and that's always there. Hungry? I am, and so are the hundreds of men and women employed by this facility. They work long hours and enjoy stabilized payments and benefits. If you would like more information, please go here. This is one of my favorite spots in the entire building, and it's easy to see why. The conglomerate that owns this complex is good, and they own several buildings just like it all over the world. If you happen to live near this particular facility, I would like you to know that I'm currently not feeling well and would appreciate any help you can offer. I'm looking for real tangible help and nothing else. This is one of the symptoms that I've been having. And I've been trying to find a way to get this whole thing to move forward. But these just hang out up here all the time, and I don't. Whew, it's one of these problems that you wish you didn't have, but when you have it, you just gotta deal with it. Now, if you come over this way, I'd like to show you the window. This is one of the areas of the building that just made me fall in love, and I once I saw this, I was just taken with the entire facility, and I've been here ever since. Now, I have coughing fits, and I'll be seen coughing for weeks, and I just hate it. It's one of the worst parts of the job. But you gotta move on. I just love to cough. I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and I'd also like to thank the owners and employees who work at this fine garage. Their hard work and support have allowed me to maintain an extremely livable lifestyle for many, many years. And although I am currently experiencing an extreme medical condition, I in no way hold that against the proprietors of this establishment. I'm still hoping for your support, and I can't wait for you to help me. I'll be seeing you soon.
Okay, that was it. I hope it was fun to watch. I don't enjoy watching this sort of thing, but it's not for me because I already know all this stuff because I made it. But don't let me know. Just let other people know about it. I already know about it. Is there anything else? Oh, right. If you encounter someone on the street who is taller than you, then they're also older than you, and you should be very respectful of that. Okay, thanks for watching. I have to go inside. I have to use the bathroom. That was fun.